My sister asked me to babysit her kids for the weekend. Then I found out where she really was. Friday afternoon, my sister called me and asked if I could keep her kids for the whole weekend. She sounded really serious and told me she had something important to take care of. I actually had plans that weekend, but she made it sound like she genuinely needed help. So I said yes. She dropped the kids off Friday evening with their bags, pajamas, snacks, and everything they needed. Before leaving, she hugged them and said she'd be back Sunday. I didn't think anything of it. Saturday morning, I was making breakfast when one of the kids suddenly said, "Mommy said she's going on vacation." I stopped what I was doing. I turned around and asked, "Wait, what did you say?" The kid just casually repeated, "Mommy is going on vacation with her boyfriend." Like it was the most normal thing in the world. I immediately started thinking maybe I had misunderstood my sister. Maybe she had an important work trip, or maybe something came up. So I called her. I asked what this important thing was that she needed the entire weekend for. She started giving me this really vague answer. So I finally asked, "Are you on vacation right now?" There was this awkward silence on the phone. She finally admitted it. She had booked an entire weekend getaway with her boyfriend. Hotel. Dinner reservations. Everything. And apparently she had known about this trip for weeks. She just didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So instead, she decided to make me the babysitter. I asked her, "Why didn't you just tell me you were going on vacation?" And she literally said, "Because I knew you'd say no." Burrow. Exactly. You knew I would say no because I don't want to babysit your kids so you can go on vacation. I told her she needed to come back and pick them up. She immediately got defensive. She started saying I was being selfish and that I was already watching them anyway. Then she said, "Why does it matter where I am? The kids are safe." I told her, "It matters because you lied to me." She said she didn't think it was a big deal because I was their aunt and should want to help. I told her being their aunt doesn't mean she gets to trick me into doing something I never agreed to. And then she hit me with, "You're seriously going to ruin my entire weekend over this?" I said, "No. You planned a weekend trip knowing you had kids. I'm just not covering for you anymore." That shut her up for a second. Eventually, she had to cut her trip short and drive back to get the kids. And when she walked through the door, one of the kids immediately ran up to her and said, "Mommy, how was your vacation?" Girl. I had to turn around because I was trying so hard not to laugh. My sister just stared at me. She didn't even say anything. She grabbed the kids' bags and left. And honestly, I don't even care that she wanted a weekend away. She could have asked me honestly. I might have said no. But at least then it would have been my choice. Instead, she lied because she already knew I wouldn't agree. And now she's apparently telling our family that I'm selfish for ruining her vacation.